You have been, and you're going to continue liberating yourself, developing your sense of self, strengthening your identity. There were so many biases and paradigms you developed within your subconscious mind. Like what you think your ego is actually the voices of others. And this is what people confuse and don't know about the ego, is that it has three parts. So the part of the ego that people are always referring to is the superego. The superego is a belief system and a paradigm you'll hold that you learn from the world, societal norms, your experience. So it's usually shit that was drilled into you as a child, your upbringing, okay? That is the ego that people are literally referring to. And then there's the ego itself, and then the ID. The ID is your primitive mind, your innate primitive desires, and the real ego is a mediator between the two, trying to help you keep a balance. But you are breaking away, okay? You are busting out your fucking cocoon and saying fuck that noise, and you're shifting the way you see things. You're moving away because you're seeing how it's not helpful to keep seeing things and navigating the world in the way you have been. And you're realizing how liberating that is, how free you feel, how the world is your fucking oyster. And this shit is catching you off guard. This shit is catching you off guard. You were not even expecting this rebirth, this major shift. It kind of came out of nowhere. But that's because there's always things at play, forces at play that we cannot see. So the stuff that is unseen was you closing out some cycles. You were ending some energetic cycles and chapters. And you have battled with your identity due to your experiences for so long. You could be someone who has been diagnosed with personality disorders in the past, you know, or feel like you have some kind of imposter syndrome, like just really struggling to keep a hold on who you are and who you know you are to be. And you also could be feeling this physically, like you could be feeling like these strong movements like in your gut or around where your solar plexus is at, right? And that is the blocks being removed, you know, the paths being cleared, the channels opening up. You know, you're able to actually have that chi flow through you and utilize it. And you can also be a very creative person, but these beliefs, these perspectives that your superego has been binding you to, you know, have it it blocked your creativity. It was stagnant. You felt like you regressed in skill in terms of creativity, right? And because of this renewal in perspective, this renewal within your belief system, this reclamation of your identity, you're you're just fucking taking action on things, okay? You're like a little less out of your head and way more into your body, way more into the present moment, experiencing life moment by moment by moment. You can actually start remembering things. It's like things could be just like clicking for you. Everything is clicking. Everything is fucking clicking. Like you are starting to feel like you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, exactly what you have to do. And you could be like, damn, that's crazy because this shit is actually kind of simple. Like this is all it was this entire time. You could also become more vocal. You're becoming more vocal. You're speaking the fuck up, okay? And you're seeing like, oh wow, you know, there are people that are okay with me voicing my opinion, you know? And you're realizing what your life is all about, which is to create and to live, okay? Live. You're living. You know, you've been so bored and dissatisfied and unfulfilled with your life and everything that comes your way. But that is changing. That is changing. Joyous opportunities. Opportunities to enjoy your life are coming, you know? So much new ways of thinking, new topics of discussion, new discourse. You're more curious, and that is childlike. Curiosity is innately childlike. You have that childlike curiosity. This shit is healing your inner child, and that's how you know it's something that stemmed from that, something that made you question who you are and who you're supposed to be. So you kind of tried to model yourself, mold yourself, and frame yourself to show up in a way that is not true to you, but is true to what others want from you and for you and want you to be. And this, I really think this happened because it was such a small choice you made, and you didn't realize the big impact that small choice had. You literally could have just said like no, or like declined to offer, because even though everyone else would think it's a good thing to take, you dubbed it. And that small choice right there, that small preservance of your energy, put a little piece of you back into you, if that makes fucking sense. And that was like basically the trickle effect of this. Unfortunately, I'm hearing an R. Kelly song that seems like you're ready, girl. I know you're. Ugh. But that could mean something else. This actually could. Ooh. Okay, trigger warning, but this this could have happened because of some domestic situations and some traumatic experiences involving like SA. Um, and yeah, SA can really fuck with somebody's sense of self. It can really fuck with somebody's identity, especially if it's over a long fucking period of time. Okay? And it could have been from someone who was close to you, someone you trusted. And now I'm hearing Tyler. I hope you find yourself. I hope you take that mask off. Yeah. So it's like the cause and effect. Like, yes, you are taking the mask off. You are ready. Your guides, your spirit team, whoever walks with you, knows you're ready, knew you were ready. That's why the shift is happening. Okay, I feel like I'm whispering now. Like, maybe don't be too loud about it. Maybe you're supposed to let shit shake, let things unfold the way that it is. It doesn't have to be a big announcement. Show people better than you can tell them. Show the world better than you can tell them, okay? Your actions are everything. That is what integrity is all about. Your actions aligning with the beliefs you have, your values, the paradigms. And you know what it is? You also allowed yourself to rest in some aspect of your life. You allowed yourself to rest. You chose rest, and that was you giving yourself grace. That was you giving yourself grace. You chose rest, and then the rest is history. Yeah, that's it. I love this reading. It's a beautiful thing to hear for the first of the month in Taurus season. You know, Venus is doing her big one. Full moon in Scorpio. Release, transformation. If you feel like this doesn't make sense, it's either because this is what's on the horizon. This is what's to come. Okay? This is what's to come. Either you're experiencing this right now and you've been experiencing it and you're like, you kind of like question it because you're like, what's going on? You know something has changed, but you don't know what yet. This is it. Okay. Yeah, this is it. This is the end. I love y'all. I'm very happy. It's always such a beautiful thing to see someone come into their self and utilize their full potential and find their identity, because the world is built to break it and take it from you. I do personals, link to book in my bio.